Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are once again going to be discussing the plethora of Dragons Rising Season 3 Part 2 leaks that have been trickling out over the past few days or so, and some reactions by some Ninjago writers surrounding this entire situation. Now, again, just to recap, in case you guys have not been made aware, somehow, as of right now, 8 episodes of Dragons Rising Season 3 Part 2 have been leaked online. Episodes 11 through 18 have leaked in full, in English, in high quality, with only episodes 19 and 20, still being absent from these leaks. And fingers crossed they continue to be absent for at least some time. It would be nice to build up to at least a few episodes of Dragons Rising Season 3 Part 2. And ultimately, a lot of people are upset, myself included, surrounding all of these leaks and the episodes coming out, months early, because it leads to potentially a year-long Ninjago drought and all of that unfortunate stuff. And we also feel bad for the writers of the show. For example, Doc Wyatt had said that Season 3 was his favorite season to write, and it must be horrible, to have that release compromised by a leak and, not necessarily released in a proper way. And we do have some statements, again, from some Ninjago writers, Doc Wyatt included, who said this right here. "I'm so thankful to our Ninjago Dragons Rising fans and viewers. Love interacting with fans on here. Love all the thoughtful questions. Thank you, but right now I'm taking a social media break for reasons that have nothing to do with our awesome fans. Hold on to your questions. See you soon." Yeah, so obviously, I'm not saying this is directly related to the leak, because obviously it's not my place to say. This could be for a number of different reasons. I'm not going to sit here and speculate, why he's taking a break from social media. I'm just saying the timing of it all kind of makes me feel like this is in response to the leak. Again, not saying it is, but just a hunch. If I was him, I definitely would also take a break from social media. I also like, though, how he says that it's for reasons that have nothing to do with the fans. That is something that we will see very much commonplace in this video when we take a look at other statements. They do a good job, the writers, of not, blaming the fans. And I think that's definitely the right way to go, because ultimately it's not the fault of Ninjago fans that these episodes leaked. It's the fault of LEGO and their horrible security, the terrible way they distribute these episodes. It's also the fault of various streaming services out there too. Them combined with LEGO, they kind of work together to create these horrible leaks, albeit most definitely unintentionally, but still, it's not the fault of Ninjago fans for, watching the episodes or anything like that, because, like I've been saying in previous videos, the leaks are out there. It's impossible to pretend like these leaks just did not happen and they did not, ruin this release for Dragons Rising Season 3 Part 2. That is more so, again, in line with some statements coming at us from Ninjago writer Glenn Lacken over on Blue Sky as well. Someone asks this question, this might not be a cool question to ask, but can I watch the leaked episodes? I keep seeing spoilers on every social media. I swear on my honor I will watch it on Netflix when it comes out. To which Glenn Lacken replies, "I say this as a fan of the show, not as a freelance writer working on it, but the drought between releases is actually full of conversation and speculation and giddy excitement for set images, teasers, and trailers. I don't know why anyone would rob themselves of that." He also adds, "You don't need my permission, nor would I give it. Moral choices are personal ones. Anyone can justify watching it wanting to avoid spoilers, but that would be one less voice in the community." Yeah, so basically Glenn Lacken here, from what I understand, it's kind of like a double-edged sword to him. I mean, sure, watching the episodes through the leaks, obviously it's not supporting the official release. However, coming back to support the official release when it actually does happen is what matters here. And with the leaks being out there, and with a lot of Ninjago fans having already seen the episodes, I'm hoping, that some folks at least come back to watch the official release. In my opinion, everyone should, but I don't think it's realistic to suspect nor to ask everyone who watched the leaks to come back and support the official release. So we just got to do what we can here. But Glenn Lacken is completely right here, because obviously with the episodes episodes being out, spoilers are also out, and there are a number of people that just don't care about, hiding spoilers. So I can totally understand why some folks would be pretty much, forced to watch the episodes this way, because they are out there and it's better to watch them now than to wait 5 months for the proper release, but then get spoiled a million times along the way. So I totally understand where Glenn Lacken is coming from here. He also adds this when someone asks, sorry if I upset you with that question, it just feels like such a tough situation seeing everyone talk about it and not knowing if I should watch it. Don't like supporting leaks though, so I won't watch them. Looking forward to episode 15 when it legally comes out. Glenn Lacken replies, not upset at all. I understand that dilemma and I sympathize with the temptation. So again, another Ninjago writer, going out of their way to not blame the fans for these leaks, because like I said, it's not the fault of the fans, it's the fault of Lego, it's the fault of the streaming services. It's a very corporate mistake here. It's not something that Ninjago fans can, control nor prevent. It's something that's up to Lego, and it's something that's up to the streaming services. So I really appreciate Doc Wyatt and Glenn Lacken here commenting on this situation, and again, understanding that it's not the fault of the fans, and even sympathizing with the fans that would like to watch the early episodes. With that being said though, I cannot stress enough how important it is to support the official release when it eventually happens. You bet I will be doing a ton of videos talking about Season 3 Part 2 just as of right now, again with very vague titles and thumbnails as to not spoil anything, but you also bet that I will be ramping up in supporting the official release when it happens in September or October later this year. Whenever it's supposed to happen, I will definitely be supporting the proper and official release and making a ton of videos talking about how you guys should support it as well. It's very important if we'd like to see more of Dragons Rising. It's very important to watch and support the official proper releases. But at the end of the day, I do feel bad for the Ninjago writers, like I said, especially, Doc Wyatt, who was hyping up Season 3 a ton. At least Part 1 was able to release as normal, but Season 3 Part 2 has just been a disaster in terms of the leaks and the early releases and such, which, like I said in other videos, sucks even more because the episodes are really good, in my opinion. I've been enjoying a lot of Season 3 Part 2. It deserved to be enjoyed, properly. But like I also said, it's impossible to pretend like these leaks just did not happen, so we gotta do what we can at this point, I suppose. But I do feel bad for the Ninjago writers, most definitely. But leave all of your thoughts down below in the comments, everyone. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Leave all of your thoughts down below. What exactly do you think of the statements brought to us by Doc Wyatt and Glenn Lacken? And I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys enjoyed, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.